Hi there, welcome to Maybe You're Not. It's Anna here. Whew. It is a gloomy, rainy, boring day. Saturday actually, but I am going to start a new journal. I have the duo journal. It's going to be sewn in this evening, I think, or maybe tomorrow. So I wanted to start something new. And I'm in the mood to make a big journal, as you can see. I haven't made a big one for quite a while, but now it's time again. I'm also in the mood to make another one of the experiment kind of journal I made, the spring green one. I really love how that turned out with a new spine thing. And I'm gonna make the same kind of spine today. And I have these covers. they were on a book that was falling apart, quite modern as you can see, but of course I'm gonna shush them up a bit, and I'm gonna make this into my journal. Then when I was looking for papers, because you see I have pages down here, right? I found this. This is a big one, Pilgrim's Progress, but in Swedish. And beautiful pages, etchings and all kind of stuff. But I was thinking maybe this could be another cover just like this. Someone has tried to mend it because it's falling apart, and I thought I could remove these sticky tape ones and see what I can do. But I will start with this. So let's move this to the side, and let's also, I have some fabric that I'm thinking of maybe making a spine out of, and I have bunches of pages here, big pages. So I want to move this to the side for now. You can see I have a good pile here of stuff. So I'm going to move that to this side, and this one as well, because we're going to start with this. And I'm thinking, yeah, I have written back and front, and which way is up. Okay, so let's just decide how wide we want the spine to be, and we're going to start on this side. Sorry for the faffing about. I want it quite big because I want this to be a big journal. So I'm taking my Tim Holtz inches ruler, and do I dare to make it 3 inches or something? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 centimeters. That is quite big. Let's make it 6. Something like that, because I want a little gap in between as well. So now we have our size. I'm using the grid here on my mat, and then I have the tape, the paper tape that I really love using. I'm starting to run out of it, and I think I have another roll upstairs. So if I run out of it today, I'm gonna run upstairs and get some more. Let's just, where's my pair of scissors? Here they are. I'm gonna cut this. This is always so interesting. You know, how am I gonna make this? How is it gonna be? Okay, that moved. Okay, first tape is down. So this variety of spine I have learned from the eminent Rachel. She has the channel Roxy's Creation, and she makes the most beautiful things using digitals and Italian books and her own fabrics. I have actually purchased all my Florentine papers, and I also actually purchased some. Oh, I could use that fabric for the spine. Yeah, I could. Well, I have to think about that. Let's make one more that direction. Okay. Now I'm going to do this way. And I'm making sure, I don't know if you noticed, that I'm making sure that it's all the way down here and all the way up against the edge. So we're just going to, okay, we are running out. I can see the end of the roll. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna go post you guys soon and go up and see if I can find another roll of this. Otherwise, I have a big problem. So I'm just going to smush this. And this will probably be enough for 2 of those. So I'm gonna flip it over and make 2 of the short ones. Okay. So I'm going to, because this is not paper underneath, it's plastic, so I can use the entire piece of it, I hope. Or couldn't I? Yes, I could. Or maybe I couldn't. Sorry about the faffing. Something is stuck on here. Can I remove it? I don't know. I'm just gonna cut it in half-ish. Because this tape is super sticky and I really would like it to stay sticky. This is not sticky. Never mind. I'm going to have to go upstairs and find a new roll. I will pause you guys and be right back. Okay. I found the tape. It's not the same. I'm really hoping that this will work. Sorry about the dog. She heard someone. Some of our neighbors arriving home. So I'm really hoping that this is going to work as well. So I'm just going to plop that down. It's also super sticky. And if it doesn't work, I'm going to have to remake the spine. There's nothing more to it. So there we go. And now we're going to, it was a bit too long actually. I'm going to have to cut it a bit. Sorry. I'm trying to get the tape to fall in the bottom. As I said, super sticky. Oh. Now I'm gonna make this side. Okay. This is a bit thicker. Cut a piece off here. It's too long. I don't want it to go too far out on the sides, because then I will never be able to cover it with fabric. Okay, there we go. That's better. I have my little scrap bowl here where I put my scraps when I'm crafting, and then I empty it into the trash. Is that too short? Maybe it is. No. So this spine becomes quite flexible. So you need 6 of the shorter strips, and you will need 4 of the longer ones. There we go. once again, a bit too tall. I am not good at eyeballing the size of my tape. Super sticky. So this week I have used up my paper tape. I have used up 3 or 4 washi tape rolls. So I am all about using up stuff right now, which is good. Let's go. Super sticky. Well, okay, let's see what we have. We have spine. That actually worked quite well, just as long as the fabric adheres to it. Okay, because it's a little bit more shiny than that tape, as you can see. So we have a big chunk of a book, and I am not going to make it like the idea journal that was what's it called, you know, the traveler's notebook style. I'm going to make it into a normal spine with a hidden hollow back. I really love this fabric. It's beautiful. It's an old curtain. Maybe it is too light though. I was thinking I could use this to cover the spine. I think I still might. And I could use Rachel's fabric to cover the other one if I make it. So you just need... Okay, I have cut tape with this. It's all sticky now. I really need to clean it. Just need... Sorry about the noise. Just need a strip. And if you have a taller piece or a longer piece of fabric, you could do what my friend, I believe my friend Carol at Friendly Quail, when she did this kind of spine recently, she used a long strip of fabric and she flipped it all the way around. So she used the same fabric both sides. You could do that if you like, but I think I'm gonna use this on this side and something else on the inside, because I kind of like the colors together. I'm going to cut off this solid edge down here with my sticky pair of scissors. There you go. And I think I wanted to start about there and then go all the way up. That would be nice. So what am I going to do? I'm going to use the bookbinding glue. I'm just going to get it. Bookbinding glue. Just gonna get a sip of coffee to strengthen myself, make myself ready for this task. That was not a sip, that was several big gulps of coffee, but I needed that. And I am going to be careful. I don't want glue all over the cover, so I'm gonna use this catalog that I have. When I glue big things, I'm going to stick it in here so that I don't accidentally glue on the covers. Okay? Look at me being all professional. Yeah, so I am going to add glue here to the tape and keep our fingers crossed that this will work. Okay, let's go. Oh, I can see the edge that I want to remove. Let's just cut it. Okay, and I have a big spreader today. Big spreader. Which is good when you want to add large amounts of glue at the same time. I don't want to have to fumble around with a small silicone makeup brush. Then I have the big spreader instead. Will this stick? So I'm doing this live on camera. Well, live and live, I can always toss the recording if I like, but I haven't practiced, I haven't done any tests beforehand. I just dived right in to try this for the first time on camera. So that's quite courageous of me. I hope this works. What if it doesn't stick because of the shiny tape? Well, then I will have to remake it. It's no big deal. Then I have learned my lesson and I have to buy the right tape next time. That's the problem with ordering online. You don't always get what you think you're getting. That's why shops are better. Okay. Whew. Let's do this. Let's do this. So I'm gonna start about there. I'm just going to carefully slide it on. And I will probably have to add some extra glue out here in the edge, but I don't mind. Ooh, I'm getting all warm with excitement. I need my bone folder to flatten this out. Okay. Let's try and lift. Yeah, doesn't look too... I need to add some more glue because it's going out on the edge here. Yeah. So I'm sorry, I've been a bit been missing a bit lately. I haven't been recording as much. I have been quite busy at work. It's soon summer holiday. People are already started to go on holiday and have their vacation, so we're not as many people left, and we need to, you know, make sure that everything is still functioning. We don't close at summertime, etc. So that's one stress factor. And then I've actually not been in the mood. I've been so tired lately. I've been sleeping. I've been taking naps instead of crafting. I have been just sitting and watching series on TV. And yeah, I can feel my crafting mojo not really being there since the big fight over on Etsy. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can go back in my videos and see if you can find it. Yeah, I'm still, it really got to me. Anyway, so let's see what we have here. I'm going to, oh dear, I have a dog who's really, yeah, she wants her dinner. But she will have to wait until it's time. Okay, so we're gonna see. This will be a kind of a soft spine. I love that. It is really pretty. Put some glue on my desk, but I don't mind. I love this. Ooh. So now I want to glue it down on this side, just to let it overlap a bit. And maybe I want it to overlap a little bit, but not that much. So I am going to cut that off. And I can use this as tabs or something in my journals. So I want to just get some glue down here. See how far up I want it and how far out. Maybe it's better with a small makeup brush for this. Bit more detail work. Okay. Now I also have a nice secure edge down there. And let's make the same up here. So as I said, it's Saturday. My husband and our son, they took the camper van and went away yesterday morning. Actually, they were going away to compete in mountain bike in Sigtuna, which is a city in Sweden a bit further up north than we are. So they have a 5-hour drive or something. So they are away for the weekend, which means me and my daughter Clara, my 15-year-old daughter Clara, we are home alone. So we are having the time of our lives. We don't have a car this weekend, so we are kind of homebound, which is nice. Just relaxing and crafting. Okay, I am going to try to cut off some of these threads because they got really strange with the glue. Could also, if I like to, and I want this a bit more romantic in style, I could use some lace over here, but I kind of like the frayed look. And then I can add my other fabric there. Okay, I am liking this so far. Let's add the lid back on, and the lid is actually broken, so I am it was glued down, it was glued shut, this big glue jar, so I had to cut it open and then use plastic to keep it shut so it doesn't dry out. Okay, we have our cover. I really like this. So I could add some corner protectors, I could add a fun image or a nice image. I had a few. I was tempted to use this for the cover, but maybe it will be too much floral then. No, it won't, right? So I'm going to cut that off. I'm going to find something to back it on, and I will maybe cut it down a tiny bit. I really like that. Maybe something green. Yeah, this will be a lovely journal, and I'm going to stand it up so you can see I have plenty of room to make some signatures for this one. And I can tell you already that the paper that I have will not be enough. I'm gonna have to go through my stash and find more big papers, or start making Franken pages or something for this. And I could use fabric and things as well. Lovely, I love this. So we have been going for a bit over 20 minutes, and I think that this will be it for today. Then I have something fun to make tomorrow. I can start assembling my signatures. And I'm actually going to try and make it in another way than I usually do. Because usually I make piles. I have the ledger, I have the book page, I have the tea-dyed papers, I have the original text block. I don't have an original text block for this, by the way. It's non-existing. And I had saved it just, make maybe some journaling, what's called journaling boards. The kind of board writing board you put in a journal. And I was going to make that out of these covers, but then I realized that no, I don't have to do that. I can make a cover out of them now that I learned a new technique that is easy and fun. So this is Jan de Heem, one of the, probably from the Netherlands, Dutch. Let's take a little bit more. I'm going to save this and add it to my book so I know who made the painting. I like to refer back to that. And can I smidge more, maybe? Just to make it more. I don't want to cut off any flowers. If I can have it. So as I said, I'm going to back this onto something. Oh look, it's a little snail down there. How cool is that? A little snail. I love it. Oh, this is beautiful. And butterflies. Oh, yeah. This will be my next journal. I am in love with it. The lovely red journal, and I already see that I got some glue there that I need to take out, so I'm going to use my glue eraser that I got somewhere, and I'm going to try and get rid of it. And I can feel that it's not 100% dry, so I hope this will work. I have a feeling it does. But yeah. Okay, thank you all for being with me today. I hope you enjoyed this short and sweet video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Let me know down below what you think, or just say hi. I will say hi back. Yeah, have a great rest of your weekend. I will be back soon with the continuation of this. Bye for now.